Now let's talk about project files and creating a new project in Inventor. Now when I talk about projects in Inventor, I'm not talking about your designs, your parts, your assemblies, and your creations in the program. Instead, I'm talking about Inventor's built-in project files that are links to where your designs are saved. So when I talk about links, I'm saying Inventor's projects, they're not folders that your work is saved into. Rather, projects are just links between the Inventor program and wherever it is that you've saved your designs, your parts, your assemblies, and the rest of your design work. So Inventor creates these links in order to keep all of the work that belongs in the same project together, and in order to find all of these different links wherever it is you've saved them, whether it's on your desktop, on a hard drive, on a cloud drive, or wherever else it is you've saved your parts, your assemblies, and the rest of your designs. When you start a new part, assembly, drawing, or presentation in Inventor, it is automatically part of the project. If you don't choose which project you want it to be a part of, Inventor will either make it a part of its default project that it creates by default, or it will make it a part of whichever project you recently had active. When I say active, so the active project in Inventor is the one that you're currently working in. So there will always be one active project in Inventor at a time. There can only be one active project in Inventor at a time. So if we take a look at our home screen here in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that I have 4 projects currently that are linked to Inventor on this computer. So these are the 4 project options I have to work on right now if I wanted to go ahead and just start a new design. We can also go ahead and we can open our own project. So we're going to do that. On the home page, we're going to go up to the Get Started tab, and we're going to click on the Projects button, which is located just below the Get Started tab. Opening the Projects button is going to open up this pop-up here. And again, at the top, we see 4 projects listed here at the top. And if I move this out of the way, we can see that these are the same 4 projects that are listed on the home screen. In addition to that, you'll also see there's a check mark beside the default project right now. Now, if we compare that to the home screen, you'll also see there's a check mark beside the default project on the home screen. So you can see that this is the active project right now in Inventor. Now, to change the active project, if I wanted to use one of these other 4, I could double-click either in the projects pop-up here, and that will change the active project in this pop-up. Now I can do that on the home screen as well. If I get rid of that and I come back to the home screen here, I can switch between any of the projects listed here in whichever one of them I want to be active by just moving my mouse to the right-hand side and just putting a check mark beside whichever project I want to be active. And you'll notice as I flip between these, here I'll switch to a different one. As I flip between these, we can see on just beside here all of the properties for that project. So whichever project you've selected, those are the properties that are going to show up on the right here. Down below, under Recent Documents, whichever project you have selected, it will also show any recent documents for that project down here below. Okay, so I'm going to open up that Projects pop-up one more time, and we're going to finish creating a brand new project. So in here, I'm going to come down to the very bottom, and I'm going to click on the New button at the very bottom. Inventor is going to come up with their project wizard here, and they're going to ask, what type of project are you creating? We're going to be creating a new single user project. So just ensure that the new single user project is selected, and then go to the bottom and click on Next. Now on the next page here, you're going to enter some properties for this project. We're going to start by naming our project here, and we're going to name it Parametric Modeling. Now the reason we're doing this is we're just getting started in Inventor for the very first time, and we're going to be creating a bunch of very small projects that are all going to be included in this one generic parametric modeling project. If you're creating a project for a very specific design, or you're going to be creating a bunch of projects for a bunch of individual designs, you can go ahead and name your project file to whatever suits your design. Next, we're going to change where we want this to be saved. So under the Project Workspace folder, we're going to click on the Browse button, which are the 3 little dots on the right-hand side here, and we're going to choose where we want to save this folder. Now for my parametric modeling project, we're going to be saving that in our OneDrive account. So I'm going to select my OneDrive. We're going to go into our Design Drafting folder, and we're going to save that in our Essentials 1 course. Now if you're saving this for one of my other courses, you're going to save it in the folder that you've created for whichever course it is you're taking right now. Once you find that course folder, go ahead and click OK, and your project workspace folder should update to reflect that location you've chosen. Once you've done that, go to the bottom of your screen and click on Next. Now for this last page here, we're actually not going to make any changes, but I'm going to give you a really quick overview of it. So this very last page here is talking about library locations. Now we use libraries in Inventor when we have an out-of-house design, whether we've purchased a design or someone else has created a design that we're using as part of our project. And the reason we put it in a library is so that we don't accidentally modify that design while we're designing our own part or assembly or drawings or whatever it is that we're creating in Inventor. We don't want to accidentally modify that because it's not ours to modify. For us right now, we're not going to be working with libraries, so we're going to go ahead and just click on Finish. Now, when I click on Finish, you're going to notice a couple of things. Now, if I look at the very top of my projects here, I see that I now have 5 projects. That parametric modeling project has now been included. And you can see that by default, Inventor has put the little check mark beside our brand new parametric modeling project there to say, okay, you've just created this. You must want this project to be active. So it's kind of just being user-friendly there by making this the active project. With that selected, we can look at the bottom half of the screen here, and down here you're going to see a bunch of properties to go along with our project. If I flip between the different projects at the top here just by selecting them, you'll notice the properties change to reflect whichever project I have selected. Now that we've created our new project, we're going to go ahead and click on Done at the bottom, and we're going to be back on our home screen here. Now if we take a look at the home screen here in the top right corner, we can see again that we have 5 projects in Inventor right now, and we can see the little green check mark beside our parametric modeling project saying, okay, if you go ahead and start a new part, assembly, drawing, or presentation right now, it's going to be a part of the active parametric modeling project. Now, projects, like I said, are just links between Inventor and wherever it is you want your work to be saved, or wherever it is you've already saved components of that project. So what I mean by that, let's open up our File Explorer now outside of the program, and let's go take a look at that OneDrive folder I just created. So if I go into my OneDrive, my Essentials 1 folder, we can see that we have our parametric IPJ file saved in this folder here. So what it's done is it's created that project in this folder, and if we move over to type over here, you can see that it is the Inventor project type or IPJ file. So Inventor has gone ahead and created that for us in the folder where we said to save it. And we can also see if we go back to Inventor and we go up to File in the top left-hand corner, you can open up File, come down to Options, and here we can see some of the application options or the Inventor options for our program here. By default, when you open up Options, you're going to be in the General tab. Go ahead and find the File tab. In the File tab, you'll see where Inventor is saving all of the different types of files. We're just interested in the Projects folder, so come down to Projects, and you can see that Inventor is currently saving projects in my Inventor folder on my OneDrive. So if I was to follow this path, here we have, this is the path that the application's options has shown me that my projects are being saved in. And if we go into that folder, we see that we also have a parametric modeling project saved in here. And in addition to that, we actually have all 5 of those projects that are in my Inventor program saved here. But if we go over to the right now, look underneath Type. Underneath Type, we see that these are all saved as shortcuts. So what does that mean? Did Inventor create a copy of our parametric modeling project? Do we have a whole bunch of these just existing in the digital universe of my computer? No. What it's done is it's created the actual project in my Essentials 1 folder where you told it to. So wherever it is you saved your project, that's where the actual project file has been created. But Inventor needs this central hub. It needs this central location where all of your projects are linked back to in order for it to just organize everything. So this is Inventor's way of organizing those files. So it has created a general Inventor folder, and it's put all of these projects as shortcuts in this folder. So they're not copies, they're just shortcuts to where the actual project is located. And that's just a little bit of background about the way Inventor works there. So let's go ahead and close this. And there's one last thing I want to cover with you. So if we go into our projects again, so on the Get Started tab, I'm clicking on Projects. And again, I'm finding that new project I just created, the Parametric Modeling Project. Now there's one last thing that might be handy to you here. If you're going to be creating a bunch of subfolders that are all going to be a part of this project. So let's say you're going to have a folder for, if you're working through a textbook, you might have Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. You might be organizing all of your work into a bunch of individual folders. Another example is if you're working on a large project, you might have a folder for base components, you might have a folder for components from other designers, you might have a folder for each designer that's a part of the project. And you have all these different folders organizing all your work for this general project. You can include those folders as subfolders so that Inventor knows that all of those different folders are a part of this project. So it just makes it a little bit easier for the program to go ahead and find all of that work and link it all together through the one project without it giving you a bunch of errors or messages or warnings, or maybe not even finding that work. So if you want to link folders as part of your project, you select that project, you come down to the properties at the bottom, you find the frequently used subfolder section, and you right-click on it. Now, I already have a couple of folders made as an example, so if you already have your folders made, you're going to follow the same path here. We're going to add paths from directory. Then we're going to go up to wherever it is your folders are saved. So for me, mine are all saved in the same Essentials 1 folder, and I'm going to click OK. So I went up, I found my Essentials 1 folder, and you can see I had 3 subfolders created there. I had Essentials 01, 02, and 03. These are just example folders for this. But now, underneath my parametric modeling project, Inventor knows that all of these folders are all a part of this project. So it knows to go look for work in these folders as part of this project. And that's just a more efficient way to design to make sure there's no errors when Inventor is pulling work from other folders into the same project. So I'm going to go ahead and click Done. And there was a little bit of background about creating a brand new project in Inventor and a little bit about how Inventor uses projects in order to organize your designs.